So I just want to prep this video with a very quick little bit of a time lapse here of me gathering a bunch of resources for working on my base, because that's basically I rhymed, or didn't rhyme. It was more of a pun, I guess you could say, because that's what I'm going to be doing during this episode. So if you guys do want me to do more time lapses, I will have a poll that will come up on your screen right about now. The magic of editing. And it will ask you whether or not you like them. So it'll say, should I be doing more time lapses? It'll be yes or no, or the third option will be just so long as there's a link in the description, so that way you can click on the little link thingy and it will skip through the entire time lapse and just go straight to the beginning of the episode. So yeah, if you do want to watch it, then just go ahead and enjoy these. Flamehead here, and welcome back to CommonCraft episode numero 6. Yes, we are on number 6 already. It's been going so fast, and I'm so excited to get started. So, we have been hard at work gathering materials. Now, you can see I got packed ice. The warlord found one of those, what are they, the icebergs biome. And so I went there and I gathered up 19 and a half, exactly actually, stacks of packed ice, and I got a lot of the dark oak log as well. So we are going to be using this today. When I just grab a few, probably leave 4-ish spaces open, and why don't we head up and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. So once we get to the very top here, hopefully, yep, it is night. All right, well, I don't want it to be night, so time set day. Thank you. Why don't we head down over to here, get in our boat, and head over to the teacup. That's what it looks like to me, a giant teacup with big bendy little swirly thingies. You saw this by the time lapse that I did, which yeah, so we're gonna repeat that same ring up top. So yeah, that's basically how it's gonna go down for the top. But basically, for those little side dishes, we have something special that's gonna happen with those. So I think I'm gonna start with this one over here. So we actually don't need those blocks there. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do, and that is we're going to take the wood, and right on the sides here, we're going to build upward like so. And we're just almost going to enclose this whole area, but we're not going to enclose it. So what we're doing here is we are actually making the pathway for the water. Now you're going to be wondering what that is. Well, what it is we are going to be using this this area here as a water flow, basically. So there will be packed ice that goes on each one of these, leading all the way down. And since it's covering up the glowstone, I'm debating whether I shall remove that as I do this. So the packed ice will come all the way down like that. Oh, you still can see the glowstone on the back. Okay, then it will definitely stay. So now we have to get up here. I guess I can use my water bucket. Oh, or not. Go right underneath there. So we're just going to basically repeat this going all the way up. We're going to have just a little spot that the items will just fall straight down, and then they'll go right into here, and then the water will push it all the way down. So I actually need to build this up by one more, it looks like. Didn't do my maths right there. My maths. Quick maths. Alright, so let's do that. So the reason that we're going to have these water streams is because we are going to have items that are going to be flowing down these from our farms that we're going to have up at top, because each one of those circles are going to be dedicated to a farm. So one of them is going to be sugarcane, one of them is going to be potatoes, carrots, and wheat. I don't care about beetroots at all whatsoever. And the last farm will potentially be an iron golem farm, because we're going to want one of those pretty quick here. I'm just going to start out with the real small simple one, see how much we make from that. If we don't make if we don't make enough, then we might upgrade to a much larger design. Let me finish filling all this in. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2. Okay. So that is basically how we're going to do it on these sides. So I just want to see. Two buckets for this. I'm assuming it's going to flow right over the top. Okay, good. That will give us the ability to expand. And boom, place you there. So now, actually, why don't I stay up here? Because I want to see how fast an item will go down this. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, it shoots right down. That is perfect. I'm just worried right here it might come out. So we'll just put those around like that. But that'll be beautiful. And then I do want to see how far out this one will extend. Keep coming, keep coming. I'm hoping it'll go straight to the middle-ish. Well, not quite to the middle, but this will definitely do. So we'll have that come down, which means it'll probably... Alright, let's put these in quick. Yep, it'll stop a lot sooner. I'm not sure why that one hasn't flowed, because they're both placed on the same block. Okay, this is definitely interesting. Let me quickly check here. If I break those and fill them in again. Okay, there we go. So something weird is going on. So it looks like we won't have to be quite as far out, which I guess is fine because that'll give us the ability to expand because our collection system is going to be straight through the middle here. It's going to go all the way down, and we might do a glass dome down there. I'm not sure because I know that's what the warlord is ending up doing for his base is he's making a glass dome. So I'd have to talk to him if he's okay with me making a little bubble at the bottom there, and that bubble would just sort of come up from the ground and it would connect to this. Might even be an upside down bubble. Not sure. So we'll definitely look into that. So why don't I quickly go ahead and make the rest of these. And there we are. Those are our first little modules. Of course, we have to go all the way up to the top and go all the way across, and it's used quite a bit of my packed ice, and I really, really, really do not want to have to get more of this stuff because it's roughly around 5,800 or 900 or so in my Z chords, and that means I have to go around 6,000 to 7,000 blocks just to get packed ice. Okay, so this is sort of what I'm thinking, is we're going to build up like I'm doing here, and then we just put down water at the very, very top, and that would flow through all of this, and then every now and then we'll shorten this by one like that, and then we'll just replicate it on all of the rest of those. It's going to use a lot of this dark oak, but I have plenty of it, as well as there's a lot of stuff that I have back over there. There's still a lot, and I'm growing some more. You can see them way off in the, I was going to say the future, the distance. Alright, now we can probably do that. And continue to pile more and more on. And just keep going and going and going, huh? And that is the first one almost completed. What I decided I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a roof over these actually, right here. And then we are going to make our way up to the top once again and see if our items make it all the way down. We are at the very, very tippy top, which by the way, our chords are 161. That is pretty massive. It's about 100 blocks tall. And so let us throw in some of our items. I'm going to throw in this whole stack here randomly, and hopefully we get, how many was it, 41? Oh, and of course now I won't be able to fill this in. That's alright. Fill that in, and then we'll just have to make sure we remember how much that is. Alright, is it safe to drop? Yes, it is. Probably would have been nicer if I got a little bit closer. Ooh, thank you, dolphin. Thank you much. That was fantastic. That looks very, very promising. I want to make sure. So we only got 30. I am concerned as to why we only got 30. So let me just quickly check that out and see where the items are getting hung up. Okay. I'm assuming that didn't happen anywhere else except for right there. Right. Because this would all be fine as well. I'd be a little bit worried with all this then. But everything seemed to go through this just fine. So it looks like it's just this little piece down here. So like right here, I think we just need to expand this out one, and that should clear it all up. So why don't I go back into survival mode. I believe you're supposed to go back into creative mode first, so that way you don't take damage, because if you go from spectator to survival, sometimes it thinks you're flying and then it kills you. Alright, so let's quickly go up there and fix that. Alright, up we go. Please don't destroy torches. And we need to expand this by 1, correct? Is it right here? I believe so, but we'll just expand the whole thing out by 1, and we'll have a 2-block gap right there. Are we going to need to bring the whole thing out by one? No, just that little piece there. Okay, that's good. So that seems to be the first one done. That is finished. So I'll probably start work on the sugarcane farm in a later episode, but that's probably where the sugarcane will go. And I think I'll just make the little covers that go over all of these here. And yeah, and then we'll just finish up and work on a few more things. Now that possibly finish up that circle. All four of those little bottom sections done. I added in these little stairs here, not for my convenience, but for looks as well as so the mobs can't spawn on there. So now what we're going to be doing is we are going to get a lot of slabs, and we're going to slab off the tops of these, which I forgot to do with the other stuff, because we don't want any mobs spawning on these, of course, and I don't want to light it all up with torches because that would look sort of junky. You don't go there. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so I finished all of that up. You can see I put a little ring around the sides. I got the tops of these and going all the way back just to ensure no mobs will be spawning, and I put some all along here, and of course this entire place is torched up. So really the only thing we need to torch up is this little ring, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up and maybe do another half little section of that, and then I think that's going to be it for me this video, because this has taken a huge chunk of time, and I'm going to have to get a lot more resources, which means a live stream might be on the way. And just filling in the last few blocks of this little half ring top area, and filling that in just made me realize how massive this base is actually turning out to be, and how much more work is going to go into this, how many more hours I'm going to have to put into this base. That is going to be it for me this video. So I do hope that you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and you could comment, as well. And if you really, really, really want to, you could hit that subscribe button. It's the big red button that says subscribe. It's kind of obvious, takes about 2 seconds to hit it. Anyway, please hit it. This has been Chief Flamehead. Adios.